Good morning, everyone, and welcome. I'm delighted to have you here today. Today, we'll be exploring laboratory design and maintenance. My name is Dr. S.K. Singh, and I hold a PhD in this field. Over the course of this presentation, we'll look at key aspects of creating effective laboratory environments and keeping them running smoothly. We'll cover essential design principles, safety considerations, and maintenance tips. I look forward to sharing insights that can help you optimize your laboratory spaces. Let's get started. Welcome to our discussion on laboratory design. As we look into this, it's important to understand that a well-designed lab is foundational for ensuring safety, efficiency, and compliance with regulations. When we talk about maintenance, we're emphasizing how regular upkeep helps maintain accuracy, reliability, and extends the lifespan of our facilities and equipment. These principles are grounded in key guidelines like the WHO Laboratory Biosafety Manual and Good Manufacturing Practices, or GMP. It's crucial that labs are designed not just for today, but with long-term sustainability and safe operation in mind. This means considering how the space will function over years to come. Now, when we look at the regulatory framework, several standards come into play. The WHO biosafety guidelines provide essential safety practices, while GMP guidelines are vital, especially for pharmaceutical labs, ensuring quality and consistency. ISO standards, such as ISO 17025, set benchmarks for competence and technical requirements. Finally, the physical aspects of the lab matter a lot. Facilities need to be appropriately sized, constructed with suitable materials, and located in environments that support their purpose. All of these elements work together to create a lab that is not only compliant, but also safe, efficient, and capable of supporting ongoing scientific work. When designing a laboratory, it's crucial to tailor the setup based on the type of work being done and the hazards involved. For example, in a microbiology lab, biosafety cabinets are essential to protect personnel from airborne pathogens. Conversely, in a chemical lab, fume hoods are necessary to vent hazardous fumes safely. A key step in this process is conducting a thorough risk assessment. This involves identifying potential hazards, such as biological risks, chemical dangers, and radiological risks. Once these hazards are recognized, performing a detailed risk assessment helps determine what measures need to be in place to mitigate those risks. This step also includes a needs assessment to understand what specific resources, equipment, and safety features are required for the lab's particular functions. The overarching goals of laboratory design are centered around safety, contamination prevention, and data integrity. We want to ensure that personnel are protected at all times, that samples and data remain uncontaminated, and that the workflow is efficient and logical. Finally, meeting regulatory compliance is a fundamental part of the design process. By aligning with all relevant standards and regulations, we not only ensure safety, but also maintain credibility and legal adherence in our work. Let's talk about how separating different areas in the lab can significantly reduce contamination and errors. When we clearly designate spaces for specific tasks, it helps prevent cross-contact between samples and minimizes mistakes. Safety equipment also needs to be properly located throughout the lab. Think about where eye wash stations, emergency showers, and PPE storage are placed. These should be easily accessible in case of an emergency. Now, safety features are a critical part of the lab layout. Fire safety systems, for example, should be installed and maintained regularly, while eye wash stations and emergency showers must be strategically positioned for quick access. PPE availability is another key element. Ensuring that protective gear is always within reach helps keep everyone safe. Proper ventilation systems are essential as well. They help control airborne contaminants and maintain a safe working environment. Moving on to the overall laboratory layout design, it's important to think about the segregation of areas. We should have separate zones for sample receipt, testing, storage, and waste disposal. This organization not only improves safety, but also streamlines workflow. A smooth workflow is vital. When designed correctly, It prevents cross-contamination and allows for efficient movement within the lab. Additionally, providing adequate space for personnel to move freely is crucial. It reduces accidents and helps maintain a safe, productive environment. Overall, thoughtful layout and safety considerations are fundamental to running an effective and secure laboratory. Let's take a closer look at the infrastructure requirements essential for a compliant and efficient facility. First, adequate lighting is crucial, not only for safety, but also to ensure accurate work and inspections. Proper ventilation is equally important. It helps maintain a clean environment and reduces the risk of contamination. Temperature and humidity control are key, especially in areas like stability testing rooms, where maintaining a stable temperature, such as 25 degrees C with a tolerance of plus or minus 2 degrees C, is vital for reliable results. A reliable electrical supply cannot be overstated, as any interruptions could compromise operations or data integrity. Emergency exits must be clearly marked and accessible, ensuring safety in case of unforeseen incidents. Additionally, environmental conditions need continuous monitoring and control to prevent deviations that could affect product quality. For example, in a stability testing room, maintaining controlled temperature and humidity levels is essential. This ensures the environment remains within specified parameters, supporting valid and reproducible testing outcomes. Overall, these infrastructure elements are the backbone of quality assurance in our operations, helping us meet regulatory standards and ensure the safety and efficacy of our products. Let's talk about surfaces and finishes, which are crucial for maintaining a safe and hygienic environment. When it comes to walls and floors, we want them to be smooth and non-porous. This smoothness helps prevent dirt and bacteria from settling in, making cleaning much easier. Non-porous surfaces are essential because they don't absorb liquids, which is key for infection control. It's also important that these surfaces are easy to clean, so regular disinfecting doesn't become a chore. To achieve this, we should use chemical-resistant materials that can withstand cleaning agents without degrading. Remember, surfaces must be impermeable and easy to disinfect. This is a cornerstone of good hygiene. For example, epoxy flooring is a great alternative to traditional tiles because it provides a seamless, durable, and easily disinfected surface. Overall, choosing the right surfaces and finishes directly supports our goal of creating safe, clean, and efficient spaces. Let's talk about equipment and utilities. It's crucial to ensure proper placement of key items like workbenches, fume hoods, and biosafety cabinets. Proper positioning helps optimize workflow and maintains safety standards. Remember, calibration and validation of equipment are required to ensure accuracy and reliability in our processes. Additionally, equipment should be accessible for cleaning and maintenance. For example, a laminar airflow unit used for sterile testing needs to be placed where it can be easily maintained and cleaned without disrupting operations. This setup not only keeps the environment sterile, but also ensures the equipment functions correctly over time. Overall, thoughtful placement and maintenance support the integrity of our work environment and help us meet quality standards efficiently. Let's now talk about storage and waste management. It's really important to keep different types of materials separate to ensure safety and efficiency. We need designated storage areas for chemicals, samples, and documents, so nothing gets mixed up or misplaced. Proper segregation of waste is equally crucial. We have separate containers for biohazard waste, chemical waste, and general waste. This helps prevent contamination and ensures that each type of waste is handled appropriately. Remember, all waste must be stored securely and disposed of safely, following the correct procedures. This not only protects us, but also maintains a safe environment for everyone involved. Keeping these practices in mind is key to maintaining compliance and safeguarding health in our workspace. Now, let's talk about laboratory maintenance. Preventive maintenance is a key part of keeping our lab running smoothly. This includes regular equipment servicing to ensure everything functions properly and safely. We also need to perform HVAC checks to maintain a comfortable and controlled environment. Cleaning schedules are essential, and they should be done daily, weekly, and monthly to keep the lab sterile and organized. Additionally, calibrating instruments regularly is crucial to ensure accurate measurements. All of these maintenance activities play a vital role in ensuring our lab's accuracy and compliance with regulatory standards. By staying on top of maintenance, we not only protect our equipment, but also ensure that our results are reliable and trustworthy. Let's talk about documentation and record keeping. This is a crucial aspect of maintaining control and ensuring quality in our processes. First, we have SOPs, or Standard Operating Procedures. These are detailed, written instructions that describe how to perform specific tasks consistently and correctly. They serve as a foundation for GMP compliance because they help ensure everyone follows the same practices. Next, we have maintenance logs. These logs record all maintenance activities on equipment, which is vital for keeping everything in proper working order and avoiding unexpected downtime. Then, there are calibration records. These documents verify that our instruments and equipment are accurate and functioning properly, which is especially important in a regulated environment. Lastly, environmental monitoring records track the conditions like temperature, humidity, and cleanliness within the facility. Maintaining accurate records of these factors helps us detect and prevent issues that could compromise product quality. Overall, documentation is not just about keeping records. It's about creating a transparent, accountable system that supports GMP compliance and quality assurance across the board. Let's take a look at some practical examples to understand how these concepts are applied in real-world settings. First, in a microbiology lab, you'll notice the use of HEPA filters. These filters are essential for maintaining a sterile environment by trapping airborne particles, including bacteria and viruses. Air pressure control is also critical in these labs. By managing airflow, typically keeping the lab at a slightly higher pressure than surrounding areas, we prevent contaminants from entering the workspace. Another vital component is the biosafety cabinet, which provides a controlled environment for handling potentially hazardous biological materials. It protects both the samples and the personnel working inside. Moving on to a pharmaceutical QC lab, we see different but equally important safety measures. Separate chemical storage ensures that incompatible substances don't react dangerously, reducing risk. Controlled temperature is another key factor, as many pharmaceuticals require specific conditions to maintain their stability and efficacy. Validated instruments are also crucial. They guarantee that our measurements and testing results are accurate and reliable, which is fundamental in quality control. These examples highlight how tailored safety and environmental controls are implemented depending on the specific needs of each laboratory type, all contributing to the overall theme of maintaining integrity and safety in laboratory environments. Let's wrap up with some key takeaways. A good lab design is really the foundation of success, combining safety, efficiency, and compliance. When the lab is well designed, it not only protects personnel but also streamlines workflows, making everything more efficient. Consistent maintenance is crucial because it ensures that we get reliable, high-quality results every time. Following guidelines from WHO and GMP is not just about meeting regulations. It's about maintaining the highest standards for safety and quality. Ultimately, a well-designed lab improves product quality and keeps everyone safe. Remember, good design and proper practices go hand in hand to support our overall goals in this field. For further support, please don't hesitate to contact us. We're here to help with any questions or additional information you might need. Thank you so much for your time and attention today. We truly appreciate your interest and engagement. Remember, we're always available to assist you as you move forward with this information. Thanks again, and have a great day.